Okay, so I saw one of my recent video comments section, and Matt A says you could also play, but only guessing bodies of water, lakes, oceans, seas, whatever. Shout out to Matt. It's a good idea because I was doing the wrong country only challenge, and I decided, you know what? Let's do the only able to guess water. However, I will be saying ground rules in advance. No little streams, no rivers, no like little puddles. It's got to be a somewhat significant body of water. However, that's going to be a judgment call. And also, as I was trying to find my channel, I searched Gene Dangus. Get my I don't know, searches up on Google. I need that for my actual Bengal channel because Twitter refuses to verify me. Anyway, that is a whole other problem. Anyway, I searched Gene Dangus and I was going through the search results. I'm like, I wonder what's in here. And there was a GeoGuessr map created by Matthew K. Turnbull, and I go, okay, well, I have to do it in the video now. 5 locations. I won't even get 15K first try. Let's see how scuffed these are. Okay, we're on some type of an island, I would say, almost certainly. With the black-looking soil in spots, I thought maybe volcanic. And I think I do like this. I would go maybe Canary Islands here. I would go maybe Réunion. But we do have, like, it's a photosphere. The guy's name is Mr. Luke Black Square. It doesn't really tell me much. Maybe it is Madeira, possibly, as well. Maybe it's Funchal. I'm going to go Canary Islands. I'm going to go top of Pico de las Nieves. Oh, it was Funchal. That would have been a really good guess. Madeira, right? So Madeira and there's Funchal. So a different peak. That wasn't bad though. That was good thinking. So 3,000 off the bat. Could have been a lot worse. I thought Kyrgyzstan here. But maybe it's Russia. We don't have the Kyrgyz car. Long antenna. Certainly could be Russia. I would go south. Huge peak. Okay, I have two thoughts. One, something's weird about it. So, I kind of wanted to go Caucasus at first. Now I'm wondering if this isn't over here. No, not. Is it not over here? Kamchatka. And I know there's coverage around here. And we could be looking at one of these mountains to the northeast. That lines up a little bit. Potentially in here. And if this is a really tough map, I guess odds are it would be further away. Oh, also, does that say Kamchatka? I think it does. KM or KM4. Yeah, it says Kamchatka. I definitely have this. I might 5K this. That's not true. But I'm gonna get really good points here. I think if I'm right about it being that mountain, it's to the northeast. That lines up with here where I know there's coverage. We're in some like little parking lot type area. I don't think I can 5K this. Maybe a better player could. I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for. This is like a little parking lot. Let's just click there. I'm not going to 5K it, but we'll see. I'm 5.9 miles away. Not bad. Not bad to get Kamchatka there. Sign definitely helped, and yeah, that definitely makes sense. But really good points regardless. They get the right mountains. This is interesting. I thought Norway right away. I think I would go Norway here. Could be like a weird Canada. It is Google official coverage. So this is Trekker. Sun I don't think is usable. Maybe it's like weird Canadian, like Nunavut maybe. I've seen coverage. I know they have Trekker up there. I also could see it being like super northern Norway. We see no trees, so it's going to be up here somewhere, whether it's Norway. I guess it could be Iceland, but I guess it could be. Greenland, Canada. I don't think it's going to be anywhere else. I think it's going to be one of those. This is going to be really tough to get 15K, though. I think it would just go Canada. But I don't want to spend too much time on it. I'll just click there. Ends up being Canada. It was Newfoundland and Labrador area. We do get 1,000 points. I had the right idea. That's a country streak, right? Country streak of 2. I could get 15K, but I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's not the point of the video. The point of the video is guessing water. I don't know how I'm gonna get this. This could be anywhere. To me, I thought maybe I thought Southeast Asia at first, and I think I like that with the look of these trees. Maybe I would go Thailand. I thought Amazonian Brazil potentially. It's just a photo. Oh, the guy's name is Andres del Campo the Fourth. I'm using it. I'm using that as a hint. Okay, I'm gonna go not Southeast Asia. Andres. Andres is a Spanish name. I'm gonna go South America though. They do speak Spanish down there. Del Campo the Fourth. I don't know what that is. It doesn't overtly strike me as Portuguese. And it is a photosphere. Could it be like Venezuela? Is it somewhere that's not going to have coverage? I really don't know on this one. I'm going to go... It's so big. I know Venezuela. I'm going to go Venezuela. Let's go there. Ends up being Amazonian Peru. 1,400 points. Iquitos. They do have coverage there, but they gave me a photosphere. And this is from Namit Singh. I'm thinking India. I'm thinking Pakistan. It's very dry. I can't get 15K. They were right about that. They were right. I could not get 15K. It is technically possible, I guess, but I don't know where this is, and I would have to get a really good point total in what is going to be a huge country, regardless. I would say India, Pakistan, Nepal, somewhere in that area. It's going to be in here. I think almost certainly, right? I just don't know where to go. I don't know where we'd get this dry, but it's not huge mountains. Maybe in here. It's not dry as a desert, though. It's just fall. So maybe somewhere a little bit more north. Is it India? I don't know. I'm going to go India. I'm going to go closer to Nepal. Okay. Just Arkansas. All right. Yeah, you got me. I could not get 15K even with a couple really good guesses in there, or at least one really good guess, or one good guess. Okay, a community world. That only took 8 minutes. Water only, somewhat significant bodies of water. This looked like Southeast Asia right away. I thought Philippines, which is going to be really good for us. We do have La Carlota City. That's definitely going to be Philippines, surely. Right side drive. It's a yellow plate, though. Is it Colombia ever? I don't think so with the English. I think it's Philippines. Yeah, I would go Philippines here. I don't know where that city is. Never heard of it. We could look quickly. I am going to say this is the Philippines, though. You get English, concrete road, Southeast Asia type feel to it with the different architecture, and certainly these. I think these are banana plants or banana. I don't know. La Carlota City. I've never actually really gotten lucky just zooming in before, but the other day in a chat guesser game, I zoomed in looking for a specific mountain peak and found the actual mountains I needed. I got very lucky there, but no such luck this time. But I got to click in the water. I'm going to go in the Visayan Sea. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. Just Philippines hedge. And it was actually about the best guess we could have made. So very, very good there near Bago City. And there is La Carlota. Round 2. We do have water. If this is significant enough that I would say I could click this and it would count. US, I think surely. I thought south. Looks like a white plate. I'd love to see if we have front plates, though, because I could see this being East Texas for sure. I could also see it being a lot more east. They're not going to let me see a front plate, unfortunately, or even to see if they would have them. I can't tell if they do. That car, I'm going to say, I would lean towards no. Trailer is not going to give me much. Definitely feel like Southern Pines. I like Louisiana as an option. I could see it being Texas for sure. I think there isn't enough to really narrow this down for me. I'm gonna go. I still think it could be like South Carolina. I think it's anywhere from North Carolina west to East Texas. So maybe a hedge. I know it's not here. I'm gonna go Lake Maurepas in Louisiana. Ends up being Arkansas. Kind of fits a little bit more north than I would have expected, but it doesn't shock me. Like Ozark type stuff. Yeah. There you go. And we just saw this too, which is funny. Yeah, there it was. The Greers Ferry Lake. Kind of a cool location. Not awful points. I think we're off to a good start. This is Senegal, probably. I was in between Brazil, Cambodia, and I probably would have gone like Ghana, maybe. But I think that's a rift. That's going to tell me Senegal. Very red dirt. I don't know where they have that. Probably more east. But yeah, we have bars in the car plus rifts equals Senegal. And I would say this would count. This is a significant body of water. If I really think it's east, I could go here. But that's kind of a crazy hedge. This, I don't know, that seems just a little bit too thin for my taste. But I am going to go down here. I'm going to go just clicking in the ocean. Bang. Ends up being an okay guess. I guess it gets really red in there. I don't know. Didn't really think about it being close to Dakar. It just didn't seem, I don't know, sandy enough. Not awful, though. Thought US here. I could see it being very elsewhere, though. Looks like a long plate. Maybe Denmark. Poland, actually. So we have Polish on the sign. Green sign as well. I've never seen this bollard-looking thing before, but it should be Poland with the sign and the language. And just, it does have a Polish landscape as well. Just not very many trees. I would go, I don't know what that means to me, location-wise. Not that good, unfortunately. Get some trees in there, though. Quite a few. I mean, it's farmland. It's a field. But Poland, the only water that looks significant enough maybe is that. I want something, like, big compared to the country, but I'm going to click the Gulf of Gdansk here, which should be fairly good points. Ends up being way more south. Was there a better click, better choice? I don't know. A lot of these are just, I mean, they're somewhat significant, surely. They just seem a little bit too small. I feel like kind of defeats the point of the game a little bit. We're at 16K, though. Can break 20. It's going to be Indonesia. Water hedges here work all the time. Where do I think it is? I don't know. This might tell me something. Don't really speak the language. Don't understand word. Batang. That's something I know. Why do I know that? I don't know if that's, I don't think it's regional. Maybe it is. I don't know. Verhenti. I know that. But I don't think that's a place either. I think it means something. But again, I could be wrong. Jawa Timur. Now I know Timor. So could we be somewhere in this area? Might as well click the water and get some points. Ends up being Surabaya. East Java. Damn. That is frustrating. Well, didn't get 20K. Get a decent score regardless. 19K. And we'll do a few more of these. It should be Kenya. Kenya follow car. We get a follow car in Africa, but it just has Kenya vibes for sure. We're going to have a snorkel on the car. And it seems a little bit drier. but it could be a little bit baity in that way. Because I do kind of want to guess like right here. This is significant though. This lake, I would say, would count. I mean, these ones are kind of big. What if is it ever, this car is probably regional. I just don't know. I'm just going to click there. It's probably not far from Nairobi. It's Nairobi. I'll take it. We don't get streaked though, because I don't want to be too weird about it. I want to click some big bodies of water. Might be tough with this one. I thought it was Baja California. We will see. Looks like could be Spanish. I think this is Baja all the way. Camera just seems a little bit different here, but we have these types of dry mountains, very common in Baja California. And water would work out really well here. I might just click right in here, right in this little inlet. Maybe this one actually, because I could see it being more north. Bang. Ooh, ends up being just Chihuahua. Chihuahua would have been a better guess in the Gulf of California. It just doesn't seem big enough. It's definitely big. Like in real life, I'm sure that thing's massive, but not for the point, not for the sake of this game. We have the Ghana car here, black tape on the front right bar. How else can we tell it's Ghana though? Definitely looks African, for sure. Just architecture plus just overall feel, I would say. Definitely more African. This taxi has a yellow panel, yellow plate. Very Ghanaian. And Ghana, thankfully, has some huge water. I watched a video on this. They, on purpose, flooded all of this area for water energy, which is kind of interesting. It's more likely to be in the south, so I am going to click in this lake. Lake Volta. Kind of a fun name with it being electric. I thought it might be closer to Wa, but more likely to be south. And I'm glad I clicked where I did. This should be eastern France. So we have French, what appears to be. We have snow poles that I've seen in Andorra. It's definitely French. Is it ever Andorra? I'm a bit scared to say that. I don't know what language they speak in Andorra. I could be. It looks like a combo. Like some of this looks French to me a little bit. Like that for sure. Some looks a little Spanish. Andorra doesn't really have any water big enough. I'm thinking more southern France though. With just kind of like, I would say the color of these mountains. Could see it being east. I've been wrong about things before. But I think it's around there. We're gonna click. In the area of the, I mean, it's just the Mediterranean, right? But different seas. But I'm gonna go close. I'm gonna go close to the border there. Ends up being Spain. Just on the other side of Andorra. But this is a French-speaking area of Spain? Unless it's like a very odd... Nah, it can't, like El Pont de Suert. It's got to be. Maybe that's just Catalan. I don't know. I don't know. That Spanish is weird to me. I never can pick it up. 17K. I would say we're doing a pretty good job. We get a 724. It's supposed to be 24/7. It's open 7 hours a day, 24 days a year. Pretty good hours. We do a Spanish. Cordoba. Could this be... I mean, I'm sure there are more, but could this be there? I'm not convinced it's Argentina. I don't think it is. Don't have Argentine plates. Feeling more Mexico, but I don't know for sure on this. We see sun. Where's sun? Up, straight up. What am I missing here? Is it ever? No, it's Mexico. It's Mexico. Does it say MEX? Jesus Christ. All right, it's Mexico. I'm probably just going to go close to CDMX. Now, I don't know any Cordoba, Mexico. I don't know. It kind of feels like up in here to me. I don't know why. But it's very bad if I'm wrong. It's very bad if I mean, I guess Mexico's big. I could just guess in here though and pick up a lot of different area. I don't it has border feel to me. But is it west or is it east? I don't know. Is there anything else that I can see that's going to give me information? You got a backpack. It's an EA Sports backpack. Oh, I'm only sponsored because I'm a shill, right? Is there any other information? I don't even know if that is a location, by the way. That's another thing. Now, I do speak Spanish fairly well, all things considered. Although I would not say that I'm fluent. I'm gonna go. It feels. Oh man, I hesitate. I hesitate to say east. I'm gonna go there. It is. Oh, shocking. Cordoba. Decent guess. Not awful. I didn't go super north. Didn't go super south. Just when in doubt, CDMX. We do get 21K though. Not too bad. And we'll press on. Streak of 0, of course. This is... Where would I go NMPZ on this? Good question. France? Let's see if we can see the sign. Looks like German. So I would say Austria. Certainly would be. We have these bollards as well. Now, Austria is interesting. You guys may know Austria is landlocked. How do we get points in Austria? I'm going to go the Adriatic Sea. Yeah. Feels like the best we can do without it feeling like cheating. Near St. Polten. Like, that's a pretty big bit of water. I'm going... The water's got to be bigger and bigger and bigger the more I go into it. It's got to be a big lake. Which... Didn't really see any that were enough. This should be Po Valley, northern Italy, I would say. And I would say a lot. It looks like Italian. It's a pizzeria, but also the vibes. Can't even explain it. Just seems Po Valley to me. Tortona. Strada Statale per Alessandria. Get an Aldi here. I think Tortona is the name of the city. Right? Italian sign, by the way. That's what those look like. We have Italian plates. Can barely make out the blue on both sides. And it will be a short plate. We see a front plate on any of these, but it would be a short front plate with blue on both sides as well. Feels like Po Valley, northern Italy to me. I would actually be somewhat surprised if it weren't in this general area. Now, some of these are some pretty big bodies of water, but I'm going to click. I'm going to go in there. I think that's pretty good. Ends up being Tortona. That was the name of the place. It was Po Valley area. Just unfortunately, would have been a better guess over here in the Ligurian Sea. And I went in the Adriatic. Very close to land. But I wasn't about to scan for Tortona. It seems like it would have been pretty findable, though. This is interesting. It's Eastern Europe, certainly. We do have 5 lines on the crosswalk here, which, believe it or not, is a tell. Because different European countries use the same crosswalk sign, but have different values. For example, there are 8, I believe, in Spain. Now this I think is Sweden. I don't have all my crosswalk signs memorized. It's Sweden, in my opinion, because language I can't tell if that's Finnish or Swedish with the amount that I have. Architecture definitely seems Scandinavian, just to look at that yellow looking house. And also we have white dashed lines on the outside, but it could just be because this is the opening of a street. It's not consistent. So I wouldn't say this can't be Finland. And I probably would lean Finland, to be honest. But we have AAMO. And we have no umlaut over the O. I don't know that they always have that, but I'm going to go Finland with the double A action going on. And the vibes are just slightly more Finnish, and I couldn't even tell you why. Just feels like it. And I just clicked the middle of fucking Finland. Oh my god, I forgot what we were doing. And did I get lucky enough to click in any water? No, I didn't. And the whole place is water. How did I even miss water? Damn. All right. That's yeah. Live and learn. Salisbury, UK, left side drive. Yeah, should be. We'll move on. Now, Salisbury is a place that sounds plenty familiar, that I don't actually know where it is. And because this is an island, we could get fairly good points here. I just don't know where it is. Exeter is another place I've heard of, but I don't know where that is. Can't read that top one. Or under Salisbury, I can't read. I mean, it's surely... I don't know. I've heard of it, is the thing. I don't know if it's been my time on FIFA. There's Salisbury. Sweet. Bang. And we got it. Very good points. Thought US right away. Mexico border type action. Ooh, I don't know. It is weird. Old Dixie. Is that what that says? It's not Mexico. We got some, like, what do you call these? Mesas? This is a tough one to pin down. And it's a tough one to get points on. I think I would just go Gulf of California and try to cover, like, Arizona, New Mexico, some of Texas. But I think it could be like, you know what? It's got to be South Texas if I go down there. Otherwise, it's tough to get points. Let's just click there. Ends up being Idaho. Nice. Good. No change. I did just click Finland. Just had a brain fart at after midnight. That'll happen. And I think we'll do one more. No more mistakes. Yellow plate in the back, but white plate here. We have French. It is an old French plate. Those are yellow. I thought really south. I thought like Marseille. But it could be north. That's the thing. I'm wrong a lot. Way too often. I can't read what those say. We find anything here. Any city name. Give me something. Also, give me something I can recognize. That's another thing. I'm going to go south. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's a good hedge. Would have been a better guess in the Bay of Biscay. This is a tough one. Europe, we know with the wide plates. Not seeing a whole ton of EU strip action going on. There's one. Okay, so we do have them. Didn't seem on the front though, which is that one too far away to tell. Oh, that one just blends in. I don't know what's going on with that one. Where is this? That looks like Austrian. We have like Mexican looking poles. It's not Mexico. I think it's Spain. Feels like Spain to me the most. And I know that because I would go Portugal, but we don't have Portuguese plates. So I'm gonna say it's Spain. With the White House, I'm gonna say it's northwest Spain. You see often architecture that looks like this in the northwest of Spain. Ends up being Turkey. Yeah. What's Turkey about it? It's not like overwhelmingly surprising to me. Just a tough round for me, really. It's kind of all I got. Just a tough round. Kind of a fun location. This should be, I was going to say Brazil. I think it's Cambodia. Left side drive. Is it Lao ever? They're right side drive, I think. I guess it's just Thailand. Yellow middle line. Left side drive. Looks like Southeast Asia. Sure looks a heck of a whole lot like Cambodia to me, though, with how red this dirt is. I think it's almost certainly here, bang, right down to here. I think it's in that region, wrapping across. We could get good points by clicking in here. However, I'm going to go the Gulf of Thailand, and I think we're going to get pretty good points. And yes, it was around where I thought. This, I thought New Zealand right away. Something is off, but not off. We're left side drive. We don't have the typical New Zealand poles. No possum guard. Where would they not have possum guards on the poles? You always see them. Is it ever weird Australia? Maybe. I think it's New Zealand. I wish I could see the yield signs because there's a difference in New Zealand versus Australia. We got sheep action going on. It's New Zealand. Don't overthink it. It's New Zealand. And it was. South Island, though. And France, I thought, super blurred, but maybe French bollards, right side drive. Lines look French, just looks like rural France, to be honest. Maybe French bollards there on the corner. Yeah, 100%. Very tough to see, though. Kind of a tough round, but yeah. This is rural France, bang, Bay of Biscay, decent points. Yes, just dead center France. I'm going to do one more. Last one. Let's get 20K. Let's have a good game. Ooh, Hokkaido. Yes. 5K-able round, probably water to the south. We have yellow, solid middle line, Japanese car because we're low to the ground, left side drive with these signs, but also these arrows pointing with the overhang. I've been talking about these a lot in videos, haven't been able to see them. Finally, that is a Hokkaido tell. These overhang poles with the arrows. We are surrounded by a bunch of water. Interesting. Also Japanese, but yeah, it's Japan. Should be Hokkaido. And it's somewhat flat. Water to the south, water to the east on a railroad track. Oh, this is like such a rural 5K-able round. Fairly rural, maybe I should say. It's almost certainly like not there, I don't think. Somewhere like here probably makes a lot of sense to me. Railroad track is fairly north-south. I'm going to try and 5K this from this water to our south. That is my goal. But I also would have to find it. Don't see any railroad track there. It also isn't necessarily Hokkaido, but I sure think it is. We're in the wetlands here. I worry about how big this actually is. It looks significant. I like it to be somewhere in this area is the problem. But I just don't see the railroad tracks that I need to see. Is that a railroad track that would carry this type of train? That I don't know about. That really concerns me. Because usually the railroad tracks that you'll see in other places, they don't look like this on the map. So now I'm a lot more worried about it. We have mountains to the south-ish. I don't even know if that's what I'm looking for. Something like this, I guess, could match. Ish. Yeah, I like this enough. Lake Akechi will click in. Not gonna 5K it, probably. Ooh, I like the look of this a lot more. Hold on just a second. Hold on. We are on an east-west road. Road connects to our north-south. There is water to our east and south. Why do I think it's right here? Because it could be? I think that's it. Yeah. Bang, 5K. In the water. That counts. That counts. Excellent change. This is Brazil ladder pole. I think that is Portuguese. Doesn't strike me like as overtly obviously Portuguese though. Should be northeast with how dry it looks though. Yeah, with the poles, I mean it just is Brazil. And I think it's going to be in the northeast. So I will go there. And that's decent enough points considering. This I thought Poland right away. I could see Lithuania. I could see Gen 2 Germany. There's something extremely familiar about this round. We have German. I think this is a repeat in some capacity. I've seen this before. I think it's Germany. I don't know where, though. So I'm just going to go here. That is the Baltic Sea. I guess it goes ahead and goes down here. You think maybe it would be renamed here at the bottom as it gets closer to Germany, but no. I think it could be Hamburg, Berlin. I think this is just a good hedge in the water. Ends up being Hanover. Not bad. First thought, Cambodia. Maybe right side drive. I like Cambodia a lot here. Could be Thailand. Is it left side drive? Because I would go. It looks more like it's like a Thai pole ish. Not all the way though. House on stilts. I can't tell if we're left side drive or not. Doesn't really matter. I think I would go Cambodia here. So I'm going to go right in there. Ends up being Cambodia. Would have been better to go in this little lake, but is it big enough? Is it not? We're going to err on the side of caution in my own made-up rules and game. And this is surely Europe. Don't know where, though. I've seen lamps like this before. I don't know if that is certainly a tell for a country or not. I would say unlikely. Usually when you see a pole painted like this, green, it's Guatemala, but not Guatemala, it's Europe. Spain, Portugal. I like Portugal a lot. I was going to say maybe like Albania or Turkey. Is that blue on both sides? Is this ever like a super weird France? I guess it could be. I don't I wasn't thinking Italy, but Italy, I guess, would be a possibility. I don't see why not. Although these towers, I've heard you get those in Turkey. I am all over the place on this. I see Spain, France, Italy to Turkey. I mean, even I don't see Portugal with the plate. Spain, France, Italy. I don't. Architecture doesn't feel right for Greece, but it feels right for Turkey. I see a lot of water tanks in Turkey. I don't really see any here. Do I cross Turkey off my list? Yeah, I'm not going to guess there. I'm going to go with that hedge. I cover some of Italy, some of Spain, southern France. It's just, it doesn't really look like your typical French round at all. But the plate makes, you know what, I'm going to go here actually. I think it's more likely France or Italy than Spain. It sure looks like it could be Spain though. Let's click. Ends up being Italy. All right, we were getting there. End up finishing with just over 20K, 20 bomb to end on, and would not have gotten it without the 5K. I don't even think that took too long either. So that's kind of fun to get a 5K without clicking on land. Took me 3 minutes. I don't even think that's that bad, to be honest. Very 5Kable round. Thankfully, I was patient enough to look for it, because I guess I would have been disappointed if I didn't even look over there and missed out on the 5K. But yeah, thanks so much for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.